Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim and we're playing through Silent War 2.0 with the IJN expansion. Campaign number 3, Turning the Tide. We are starting week 3 of September 1943. Those of you that watched the previous episode probably noticed I made a comment in there about a mistake I've been making regarding the Sea of Japan and the +2 to transit event checks there. Whenever the Sea of Japan is an ultra area, that's +2 there is supposed to be reduced to a +1, and I haven't been doing that. So hopefully from now on, from now on, we'll remember to do that. All right, so let's jump right into the war event phase. First step of the turn, roll 2 dice. If the black die is a 0 to 3, we're going to have a war event. The white die will say which one it is. So we do have a war event. And let's look up to see what number 3 is for war period 3. Special mission, airstrike on truck. The player must deploy 10 submarines to truck. Only contacts with C2 and TF results are used. So that's going to be right here. Put a special mission zone marker there. So we've got to get 10 subs into there if we're able to. We'll see what we can do with that. All right, next is going to be the torpedo improvement phase, but we're not at the point where we can check for that yet. So on to the ultra phase. And we got an 8. Eight for war period 3 is just the East China Sea. So only one ultra area this week. Up here in East China Sea. And then we've got our weather roll. We are in September, so 3 or less will cause a weather formation. And then the white die will tell us where it is if we do get one. And we do not. That will take us to the RRR segment. No reinforcements this week. So ready submarines. Drop the camera. All right, so we've got a couple here ship side. At the Fulton, they'll go ready for sea. And just a few up here. One at Fremantle and a few up here in Dutch Harbor. And then we'll roll for those in the broom boxes. So here we've got the billfish at the Sperry. They need a 5 or less. Got a 0, so they're good to go. Ready for sea. Let's see. We've got several here at Fremantle. Let's take care of those. The spearfish needs a 4 or less. Got it. The Saury needs a 4 or less. Got it. Permit, 4 or less. Got it. The pike, 4 or less. Didn't get it. The sturgeon, 4 or less. No. And the bowfin, 5 or less. Got it. ready for C. These two go pier side. All right, then we've got a few up here at Dutch Harbor. The S46 does not make it. He needed a 4 or less. S33, 3 or less. Yes. And the S40, a 3 or less. No. Right, repair phase. We've got the S42 needing a 5 or less at Dutch Harbor. Nope. And then a couple here at Pearl Harbor. The grouper and the drum. And they need 8 or less to move out. We'll do black dye for the grouper, white dye for the drum. And the drum makes it, the grouper does not. Remember, the grouper is our last early Gatto that we're trying to get refitted. They're going to have to wait at least another week. All right, that's going to do it for the repair phase then. So prep for operations. Move all these up to the operating section. All right, and we are ready for the operations segment. So let's see who we can bring back first. We've got these ones up here in the North Pacific that had attempted to get into the Sperry, but were unable to. So we can get all 3 of those back into Pearl Harbor. And we'll need to roll to see what kind of damage they have. There's no red boxes along that path, so they won't need to do transit event checks. So we'll just move them all there and start doing their damage rolls. So first we've got the Sea Wolf. A 6 is going to be moderate damage. So they'll go to repair box 2. Next is the Porpoise. A 1 is going to be superficial damage, so they can go straight to the broom box. And then we've got the Greenling with Super Skipper Grider. They're also superficial. Very good. Get them back out as soon as possible. All right. Next, let's see if we got anyone returning from the Sea of Japan here. Or are these all still on patrol? Oh, no, we got one there. Oops. Damaged and returning to base. Probably let that damaged one stay out another week. Take their chances. Down here, East China Sea, I see one there, two. And we got two coming back from there. Let's see if we can't get, who is this? The Haddock into the Sperry. So they're going to transit move that way. They get a +2 for leaving the Sea of Japan. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's also congregating risk because there was 5 subs there. So that's going to be +3, but then -1 for being on transit side. So it'll be a net +1 using this as the governing op area. So 7 through 9. We'll trigger a second roll. And they got a 1. So now we got to see how bad their damage is. And 3 is just into the light. So they will not be able to stop at the Sperry. They'll have to continue on to Pearl Harbor. Let's see. We've got lots of room at both tenders. We got 1, 2 returning from Empire Pacific. They could actually get to either one. We got 2 coming back from the Bonins that can get to either one. Got 3 here, and all 3 of them are damaged too. And the Marianas that need to get back, they can go to either one as well. Got a couple here. Can only reach the Fulton. Oops. Got a lot of damaged ships coming back, or damaged subs coming back. Got these 2 that can only reach the Fulton. So it looks like, and we got the 1 or 2 actually up there in the East China Sea. They can also only reach the Fulton. Let's do I want to try to get this down to less than problem is we got 3 outbound there too. So if any of those can't make it in, yeah, it's only going to be a +1, well, +2 because they're leaving shallow. There's the Steelhead or the Kingfish. Do either of them have radar? The Steelhead does, and the Kingfish, yeah. So they both have radar up there, so it's only going to be a +1 and then -1 because they're on transit. So they'll only have a transit event possibility on a 9. So let's go ahead and move this one since we know they can get in there. See if they have a transit event. Nope. That was the Steelhead. Comes into the Fulton broom box. that's coming back damaged. We got one here. So we'll send the blue fish back next. So they're going through there. Congregating risk makes it a +1, but then -1 for transit. So again, only a 9. And they make it safely. Okay. I think definitely want to get these guys out of here because we're gonna be piling a bunch more subs into the East China Sea. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see if they can make it in. So they'll come through. They also have radar. That was the kingfish, so only a 9 will trigger a possible transit event. All right, so now we roll for their damage. And they did get superficial, nice. So they are able to come in. Alrighty. I think before we move anyone else through there, we might as well start sending all these patrol side subs in the Marianas up into the East China Sea. So that's going to be these two. We'll do the gudgeon first. So they're going to have +1 for congregating risk coming out of the Marianas. And then the gudgeon does have radar, so I don't need to worry about the shallow water there. So it's just a +1. So an 8 or a 9 will cause a transit event check. And then they get to search and contact with a +1. 7 and 8, which is going to be a moderate density task force. With an extra ship for each column is going to be 3, 3, 4, and 5. I just realized I'm not allowed to send them up there, possibly, because they are one of the subs that are going to be able to reach truck. They'll be able to patrol move to the Carolines and then move into the SMZ. So I guess we better figure out first, before we start moving any of these patrol side subs, which 10 are we going to get into the special mission zone. So it's probably definitely going to be these two in the Bismarck. We got 2 patrol side subs in the Marianas. So that's 4. One, two, three, 4. We got 4 in the South Philippine Sea that can get there. So that makes 8. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So we've got a total of 13 that can reach it. So we need to decide which 3 do we not want to send there. They'll be forced to voluntarily RTB after the special mission. So we probably want to try to keep our better subs out. So So I think we'll probably not send the Cisco or the bonefish. And then maybe either the runner. No, let's keep the sunfish out actually, because they'll be able to reach East China Sea. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do that special mission zone stuff now. And problem is, where are they all going to go when they RTB? Be able to get some of them into the Fulton, but not very many. I'll probably send the others down to Brisbane, or I guess they can get pretty close to Pearl Harbor anyway. Yeah, we'll probably send the rest to Pearl Harbor. All right, so the gudgeon that we thought we were sending into the East China Sea, they're actually going to patrol move to the Carolines. There's no transit event check needed for that, but then they will need to do a transit event check to move into the, actually they won't need to do that either because there's no red box there. So normally that would be a +2 to moving into the special mission zone, but to use the connected op areas activity chart to roll against, and there's no red box there. So no transit event going to be needed for any of these. So that'll be nice. All right, so let's actually do a search and contact roll for the gudgeon for the invasion of Truk. Remember, we can only count C2 and task force results. So the white die is going to have to be at least a 5 for it to count. And of course, we'll actually have to find something. But then special rule for SMZs is, assuming you do find a contact, you get to increase the level by 1. So sparse will become low, low will become moderate, and moderate will become high. So here we go with that roll. And they got a 0 and a 1, so that's going to be nothing. So then they will voluntarily RTB, which means right now. And I guess we should decide which ones we want to send to the Fulton, and which ones do we want to just send back toward Pearl Harbor. Fulton can take 4 more. We're probably going to want to save them for some of these better ones that are out here, though. We got a Gato over here, the Rasher, the Silver Sides, the Seal. This is a T-boat. I think we'll just send them back toward Pearl Harbor. They'll come down through the Solomons to the transfer route. No transit event checks needed along there. And they need a voluntary RTB marker. All right. So I'm actually wondering, since there's not going to be any transit event checks needed for the Marshall Islands anyway, I'm wondering if we should try to get some of these damaged ones into there first, so that we can know how many more we'll be able to fit in there of these. I think what we'll do next is try to send the Rasher through the Carolines to the Marshall Islands. So no transit event check needed. And see if they make it in to the Fulton. Roll for their damage. They do not. So then we can try the Silver Sides. Again, they can come down through the Carolines to the Marshall Islands, avoiding any need to do a transit event check. And let's see what their damage is. They also cannot make it in. And then we'll do the same for the Seal. Through the Carolines to the Marshall Islands. Roll for their damage. Nope. All right. Then we've got so since we know we're going to want to leave as much capacity as possible at the Fulton, I think we move as many of these other ones into the Sperry as we can. So we've got these three that can definitely make it there. And they're all on transit side. So and there's only one red box in each area they're moving through or into. So they won't need to do transit checks. So all three of those can just come in. That was the Shad, the Muskellunge, and the Pogie. All right, now let's see if we can get these damaged ones into there. We've got the Pito come through to here. Again, no transit event check needed. Let's see what their damage looks like. Nope. I think, is there a couple under here still? Yeah, these two, these three are all damaged. We'll see if they can make it in. Again, they're going to come through the Bonins to the North Pacific, so no transit event checks needed for any of them. Let's see if they make it in. So the first one, they do. That was the Sea Raven. No, the Grayback. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there right now. Next one, they do not make it in. That's the Sailfish. And how about the Albacore? No. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that makes the fourth one there. So we didn't have any congregating risk to worry about there. But now there will be. But I think that was all of them that are returning, that are at sea. So let's get back to our, war event. We'll bring the Grenadier down next. Again, no transit event check needed there, and no transit event check needed to enter the SMZ. We'll do their search and contact. All right, they got a 9-8, so that's definitely going to be a task force contact. And the 9 is moderate, but because we're operating in an SMZ, that gets upgraded to high. So it's going to be a high density task force, which will be 1224. All right, Grenadier does have radar. I'm thinking we'll just set up right over here in column D to start off. We will go standard attack posture. Let's see what this is. 2 combat event. 4, I think that's mechanical trouble. Yes, it is. So that was short-lived. Mechanical trouble's end attack. So we have to roll a die. If it's odd, we're damaged in RTB. So we get an involuntary RTB, so we're not going to be able to voluntarily RTB like we normally would have. If it's even, problem's fixed, and we just get put in the done section of the op area. So let's see what our second roll is. It is even. So we just go to the done section here, get to stay out. Alrighty. I think next we'll send over the, let's save those 2 for later. Let's do the better ones first, I think. Same thing up here. All right, so let's send over the runner. And we'll do their search and contact. So they got a 3 and an 8. And unfortunately, that's not quite enough to find something. Would have been a task force, but we didn't actually find one. So they will voluntarily RTB. And I think they're one of the ones that we want to send up to the Fulton. We've got room for 2 more, and then once we send the 2 in the that are ready for sea they're out, we can take another 2. So they will voluntarily RTB over to here and go into the broom box of the Fulton. All right. Next, we will do I guess these are pretty much the same. Let's send the Sargo over next. No transit event checks needed because there's no red box there. And search and contact. Again, he didn't find anything. 1 is not good enough. Would have been a task force, but they didn't find anything. So again, they will voluntarily RTB to the Fulton. And now we're going to decide where to send the S-44 and or the Sea Dragon to make some room for 2 more there. So I think we will send them into the Empire Pacific. So they're going to be leaving an area with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll make the 7th sub in the Marshall Islands. And then, so that'll be +1 to their transit event check. And they're on transit side, so that'll be a -1. So it'll just be a straight roll, only a 9. So we'll do the S44 first, I guess. Send them up to there. Transit event check. Safe. And we'll patrol there next turn. And then the Sea Dragon also makes it safely. And they will patrol there next turn. Alright, so now we got room to take 2 more in at the Fulton. So let's send over the Sea Raven next. Do their search and contact. Four and 2. Well, they did not find anything. 4 is just short of finding something. And even if they had, 2 would have only been a small convoy, so they would have had to ignore it. So they will voluntarily RTB to the Fulton. And then the Tuna will come over, search and contact. 6, 9, there we go. That's gonna be 6 is sparse, but that gets upgraded to low. And 9 is a task force, so it'll be a low density task force. 1, 2, 2, 3. All right, no radar for the Tuna. I have to get rid of this one. Sea swell. I'm thinking we just go for column D here again. And we'll go standard attack posture. Ooh, didn't want to see that. That one's nice. Oh, here's our combat event again. So if this is going to be another short-lived patrol. Yes, it is. Mechanical troubles end attack. And this time it's odd, so we are damaged and involuntarily RTB. So they don't get to come back yet either. All right. Well, so far our support of this airstrike here isn't going that well. Does mean we still have another spot open at the Fulton though, so let's see if the skipjack has better luck. Two, 5. Nope, they didn't find anything. Would have been a large convoy if they had. So they will voluntarily RTB to the Fulton. And they are now officially full. Got 7 subs there. So the rest of these are going to have to go back to Pearl. We just got 3 more, I think, because we were doing everyone but the sunfish, the Cisco, and the bonefish. So I guess we'll do the tarpon next. And they find something, but it's a small convoy, so they ignore it. And they will voluntarily RTB towards Pearl Harbor. No transit event checks needed along that route. So next up will be the pickerel. And oh, they find something. 9-7. It's going to be a large convoy. 9 is moderate, but that gets upgraded to high because we're in an SMZ. So it's going to be a high density large convoy. 3, 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we've got too close. Pickerel does have radar. They've got a 3 tactical rating. Just always concerned about multiple red balls there in column B, one of them possibly being a diligent escort. I think we'll just set up here in column A. And we'll go standard posture, I guess. Okay, he likes those two. And that one. Good. Need an auxiliary. It's the Nippon Maru, 10,000 tons, very nice. Looks like, at least with what's showing now, we'd be just short of qualifying for a super skipper. If we got all 3 of those down with 4 attack rating, though, that's not going to happen. Very unlikely. All right, +2, -2, +3. All right, choice is pretty obvious here. That makes them a 1. There's no ASW showing. We're a 4, so we need a 3 or less to hit the Nippon Maru. And we got it. Is 5 enough? Find our attack results table here. They are 10,000 tons. 5 is just enough to sink them. Excellent. So we finally get something here in week 3 of September. The pickerel. It's the AO Nippon Maru, 10,000 tons. So another one for the pile of shame. And one more ship, 10,000 tons. All right, there is no counterattack. We will stay where we are for the reattack round. We will, I'm just leery of switching to aggressive because again, I have a feeling that might be a diligent escort. Yeah, let's just stay standard. Carrier and a merchant. Oh, we should have gone aggressive. All right. Because now we would actually have a chance for a super skipper if we could get 2 of those down, but probably not going to happen with standard posture. Again, they're down to just 2 carriers that aren't either sunk or damaged. So we'll do odd for the Shokaku, even for the Hio. It's even, so it's going to be the Hio. And that's all we need to swap out. All right, so TDC markers. Got to try for the carrier, right? Even though it's a long shot. I think so. And then we'll go for that 7,000 tonner. And I guess just in case we need an easier one, we'll target the one in our column. Not going to be that one. +2, 0. Okay, well, looks like this is our only shot. They're at 2 + 1 because they're over a column, so 3, so we need a 1 or less. Hit the 7,000 ton merchant. Did not get it. They do have a counterattack this time, thanks to the presence of the carrier. That's going to be a half rounded up to 1. We use the attached op area, so there's no red boxes there. And then 3 for the war period makes 4. We've got 2 defense. So they'll be on the 1 to 2 row with a +1 for reattack round. Oops. And that's going to be a 2, which is nothing. So our endurance check for a C rating, we need a 4 or less. Got it. Oh, sorry, we don't do an endurance check. We're an SMZ. So we voluntarily RTB. So they will go over here and join their fellows in the transfer route. And then we just got one more to satisfy our war event, which will be the Pompano. See if they find anything. Nope. They will also voluntarily RTB to the transfer route. And again, even though we've got quite a few subs there now, there's no red boxes anywhere along that path, so don't need to worry about a transit event check. So that will satisfy our war event. We sent 10 submarines there to support the airstrike on Truk. So I think next we will focus on our one and only ultra area. So we'll have the Barb do a search and contact roll with a +1. 7-0. That's going to be a moderate density small convoy with an extra ship in each, makes 4, 3, and 2. Couple of no solutions here, too close and zigged away. The Barb does have radar. Guess we'll set up here in column B. And let's go standard attack posture. Let's have a look at this one. Okay. And this one. Ooh. Don't like that. Let's see what's over here. Carrier, nice. battleship. Okay. We are in East China Sea, so we should be good for the battleship, unless, let's see, for Yamato class, no, they can be found in East China Sea this year as well. So it looks like whatever battleship we find will be fine. So let's get that first, I guess. And then again, since they're down to just 2 carriers, we'll roll for that one. The battleship is the Congo. And here's our 2 carriers again. We'll do odd Shokaku, even Hiyo. It is odd, so it is the Shokaku. Goes back to C. And get some TDC markers. Didn't mean to put that face up, but that's fine. And then for our merchant, and we'll throw the 4th one over here. All right, -2 there, 0. We know this one's -3, and +1. So looks like the battleship's going to be out. Carrier maybe? Let's see. So they're going to be 5, +2 is 7, +1 for going over a column is 8, -3 is 5. So we can hit the carrier on a 2 or less. And then if we went after this one instead, that would be 2 + 2 is 4. Nothing for the TDC, so that's a 3 or less. So it only being 1 lower, I think it's definitely worth trying for the carrier. We need a 2 or less. Needed those reversed. All right, so that's a miss. We've got a counterattack of 2.5, so that rounds up to 3. There's 1 red box, makes 4, 3 for the war period, takes it to 7. We're in shallow water, so we only get to subtract 3 for our defense. So they're on the 3 to 4 row with no modifier. 0, perfect. All right, well, pretty obvious what to do here. Slide over and switch to aggressive. Don't have to reveal anything else. Let's hope we get another -3 on one of those 2. Oh, this should go back as well. All right, let's see what we got. Well, we got a -3 there. It's not where I was wanting it. Well, boo. Yeah, those are both going to be I mean, this one's technically not out of reach, I guess, because -2 to the TDC means he's a 7. We're a 7. So the 2 hit would be a 0. We could hit it on a 1 or less. But this one's definitely out of reach. But I think we almost have to go for the merchant, unfortunately. That's going to be a -4. 2 and 2 makes 4, so they're a 0, so 7. And we'll hit on an 8 or less. Man, that's really disappointing. Really disappointing. So 8 or less for the merchant. And we roll a 9. Jeez. Luck was not with the barb this week. So the counterattack's going to be the same, 3 to 4 row, but this time they'll get a +2 DRM. And of course they roll a 9, which becomes an 11, and we are sunk. Wow. That went really bad, really fast. We'll lose another Gato, sorry. And our lost subs are up to 39. All right. Well, let's see what the snapper can do. +1 to search and contact. 2 and a 4. And that's going to be just short of finding anything. So, endurance check. 4 is good enough for them. They're a B rating and didn't find anything, so they actually needed a 6 or less. Swordfish. +1 to search and contact. They also didn't find anything. And they are also a B rating, so they need a 6 or less. Got it. I guess we'll send the sunfish up there next. What do we want to do? I guess they're pretty much the same. Yeah, we'll send the sunfish. They have radar. Yes. So just a regular transit event check with no modifier. 8. Just missed that. And then they'll do a search and contact with a +1. 5 and 4. That'll be something. 5 is going to be low density. 4 is a small convoy. So 3, 3, and 2. All right, let's do column B, I think, for the sunfish. And we'll go standard attack posture. Feeling scared here. Oh, good. And let's see what we've got in column C. All right, just a bunch of merchants. So 4 TDC markers. -1, -2, +1 and 0. So maybe we do a split shot here. Let's see. We do them separately. They've got a half ASW, so that's going to add 1 to everything. So they're both 3s. So this one's 3 minus 1 is a 2. So a 5 to get that one, which means it'll be a 6 to get this one. So if we go 4 here and 3 here, takes them down to 2s, each 2s. Yeah, I don't know. I could almost rather just go with this one at a 6, especially the way we've been rolling. So we need a 6 or less to hit the 3,000 ton merchant. Got it. There's the sunfish. 3,000 ton merchant. They go back to the cup. Another ship. 3,000 tons. That puts us at 387 ships. 1,693,000 tons. All right, they do get a counterattack with a half there, so that'll round up to 1. 1 red box and 3 for the war period makes 5. We again are in shallow water, so only subtract 3 for our defense, which puts them on the 1 to 2 row with no modifiers. 3 is nothing. All right. So we'll do the same thing here. Slide over here, switch to aggressive. We just have to reveal the 1 there. The destroyer. It's the Ushio. So they're going to have 3 for ASW this time. All right. -2, -3, good. +3, yuck. And +1, not so great. All right, so let's say I want to go all in on this one. He's a 2 + 3 from the ASW makes 5. 1 for going over a column makes 6. The TDC is a -4. That takes him down to a 2, which makes the 2 hit number a 5. Hit it on a 6 or less with our die roll modifier. If we go here, we're looking at 1 + 3 for the ASW is 4. That TDC becomes a -1. So that takes him down to a 3. Makes the 2 hit number a 4. If we split it, we'd go 4 here. So that's going to drop it by 3. Yeah, we're down to a 2 hit of 1 now. I don't want to do that. So I think we just go after the 1,000 tonner. Need a 6 or less to hit. Got it. 6 is more than enough to sink it. So they get another 1,000-ton merchant to go along with their 3,000-ton merchant. One more ship, another 1,000 tons. Counterattack this time will be 2.5 rounds up to 3. 1 red box and 3 for the war period takes us to 7. We subtract 3 for our defense, puts them on the 3 to 4 row with a +2. This sounds familiar. Let's hope they don't roll a 9 again. 6 becomes an 8, and we are damaged. So for our endurance check, we're damaged and we went aggressive. A rating, so we're going to need a 4 or less. Got it. All right, I think next, we're not going to pull any of them down from the Sea of Japan. It was too costly to get them up there. So I think definitely pull the halibut over to decide if we want to risk the blow or not. So the halibut's going to have a, they've got radar, right? Maybe not. No, the halibut does not have radar. So they're going to get a +1 for their transit event check. So an 8 or 9. If they don't want to see, and they got a 9. So these will each be +1 because of the shallow waters. 4 and 9. That's probably going to be something. 4 and 9 is spotted. And they'll do a search and contact with a +1. Oh, come on. 2, 9. Ooh, that'll be a loner though, right? 2 is a white box result. 9 is a red box result. So they found a loner. Let me get this combat display cleaned up real quick here. They're spotted, so they won't be able to do surface gunnery. Let's see what we can find here. We pull one counter from Cup C. Excuse me. They will get, we have to roll to see if we set up in the same column or an adjacent column. I don't remember, I think it's against our tactical rating. Just gonna double check that. Yes. If we had a super skipper, we could subtract that value from our die roll. Excuse me. So yeah, if it's equal to or less than our tactical rating, then we get to set up in the same column. So we want a 4 or less. Got it. And now we reveal. nice. Carrier. So again, we'll roll for that. Odd, it'll be the Shokaku. Even, it'll be the Hio. And we got the Hio this time. Okay. So we'll do a torpedo attack. We couldn't have used surface gunnery anyway since it's a warship, even if we weren't spotted. We get a nice TDC here. Oh, we'll go aggressive, obviously. Boo. So that's a +1. Makes him a 5. So we 2-hit number will be a 2, so we'll hit him on a 3 or less with our die roll modifier. Oh, so close, and that would have sunk it too. Man. All right, we get another shot. Staying aggressive, re-attack. Oh, they get a counterattack first, though, because they're a carrier, so they have a half there. So 1 + 1 + 3 makes 5. We subtract 3 for our defense because we're in shallow waters. So they're on the 1 to 2 row with a +1. A 5. It's nothing. All right, here we go. Let's get us a better TDC this time. Oh, come on. So that's going to be a +1 again. It was a 5. 2-hit number is 2. So I need a 3 or less. Come on, get this. Man. 4 wouldn't have sunk it anyway. Not going well this week. Counterattack again. They'll get a +2 this time on the 1 to 2 row. Not a 10. Damages us. Man. So our endurance check, we do get a -1 as if we found no contacts. So, but we're damaged and we were aggressive. So we're going to have a net +1 for A rating. Means we need a 5 or less. Nope. That was quite disappointing. All right. So the Balau. We want to risk bringing them in there. Already damaged. They do have 5 defense. Yeah, let's do it. They do have radar, so it's just going to be a straight roll for the transit event check. And then search and contact. Are we still at a +1? We got 1, 2, 3. No. They make the 5th sub. Oh, so actually they did have a +1 on their search and contact, but they rolled a 1. Or not search and contact, transit event. So it's just going to be a straight roll for search and contact. And a 2-8 is going to be nothing. Not even a loner. So for their endurance check, you get a -1 for not encountering contacts, but a +1 because they're damaged. So they need a 6 or less. And they got it. That's going to do it for the Ultra area. I guess we'll go up to the Sea of Japan next. See what we can do up there. The Jack. We'll do a search and contact roll. 3-8. It's going to be low density task force. So 1, 2, 2, 3. All right, Jack does have radar. We're going to set up in column D. Slide over here a bit. All right, so let's go standard attack posture. Let's see what this is. A merchant. This one is a destroyer. We'll unflip that. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, battleship, the Yamato. That's a 68,000 ton. And I don't think, according to the Silent War or the IJN expansion restrictions, we cannot find a Yamato class in the Sea of Japan this year. So they are just going to go back without being replaced. And that just leaves these two, a carrier again and a cruiser. Let's roll for our carrier. Odd is the Shikaku, even is the Hiyo. Got the Hiyo again. And for our cruiser, we got the Atago. All right. 4 TDC markers. Zero, +3, +1, and +1. Those are all terrible. So this one's definitely out of reach. This one would be 4 + 1 for going over is a 5, so we could hit that one on a 2. Here we're at a 3, so we hit it on a 4. You know what? I'm going to go after the carrier. 2. 3, though, is probably not going to do anything. 26,000 tons, no effect. All right. We're staying here. We're going aggressive. We know this is a destroyer. Let's hope it's a little baby one. Hey, it is the Uzuki. All right. Hopefully one of those two is a -2 or a -3. All right, -1, I'll take it, I guess. Certainly better than a +3. So that becomes a -3. So 5, he gets 1 from the ASW, makes him 6. -3 is a 3. So 2 hit number is 4. With the die roll modifier, we hit on a 5 or less. Come on. There we go. Not sure if 4 is going to be good enough, though. 15,000 tons. Only damaged, of course. Well, let's roll to see how badly damaged it is. How many months it needs to be in repairs. It's a 15,000 ton ship, so we'll be on the 3rd row. 7, it's going to be a while. 10 months in repairs. So they will be out of commission for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. They will come back next August. For counterattack, 1/2 rounds up to 1. 2 red boxes in the op area, and then 3 for the war period makes 6. We've got 4 defense, so they're on the 1 to 2 row with a +2. Seriously? An 11. Damaged an RTB, and if the second roll is a 7 through 9, we're sunk. And it was an 8. Lost another one. Getting very frustrating. Another Gato gone. Wouldn't be so bad if it was an S boat or something. That's going to put us at 40. All right. Let's see what the skate can do. 9-9, high density task force. 1, 2, 2, 4. Okay, this one is in a sea swell. This one, we have a bad angle. All right, skate is Bilal class, so they definitely have radar. We're going to set up over here in column D again. And we'll go standard attack posture until we see what we got here. Radar is not really going to help. So we got to flip over everything. Ooh, battleship. To see what type it is. Diligent destroyer, or escort I mean. Figured that was coming. Way our luck's been going. It's the Sagiri. They're a 4. We can attempt to crash dive on a 0. Like the opposite. So they will roll on their counterattack row. 0 for them is nothing. That's good at least. And the Shokaku. We don't have to roll for it this time. We know it's them. All right, let's see what battleship we get. The diligent escort around. I think any shot at a battleship is going to be probably out of the question. The Nagato. We are allowed to find them in the Sea of Japan. So we're good there. All right. See if we can make something happen. Nice -3 on that carrier would be nice. -3 there. -3 there. +2 and +2. Okay. Well, let's see if we do have a chance here. No, there's no way. He's a 4, so that makes him a 13 right off the bat there. That ain't coming down to 7 at all, no matter what. So that was a wasted -3. So it looks like this is going to be our only chance. Actually, we got another half over here from him too, so it's even worse than I thought it was. 4.5, so that rounds up to 5. Makes this guy a 7, +1 for going over a column, makes him an 8. -3 makes him a 5. So we can hit it on a 2 or less. Nope. Counterattack. What did I say? 4.5, so 5. +2 makes 7, +3 makes 10. We have 5 defense. So they're on the 5 to 6 row. And a 6 is not going to be good. Damaged. Yeah, we weren't planning on sticking around anyway, and definitely not now. So A rating being damaged means a 5 or less. Got it. All right, the Lapon, search and contact. 7-2. It's going to be moderate density, small convoy. 3-2-1. All right, the Lapon has radar. We're going to set up in column B. Standard posture for starters here. And hope neither one of those is a diligent escort. All right, we're going to unflip that guy. Of course. the Unagi 3.5. All right, crash dive attempt. Need a 0. Nope. Counterattack 9. We are sunk. Another Gato. This is getting ridiculous. $41 subs lost. All right. Well, we're going to take a chance here with the damaged harder. Can't go any worse than what we've been doing, right? 2-7. Low density large convoy. Or sparse, I mean, sorry. 1-2-1-1. Okay, evading there. Well, we know this is not a diligent escort. We know that's not a diligent escort. So I'm just going to get totally reckless here and set up in column B and go aggressive. So it doesn't mean they're not all destroyers, right? All right, we're going to pay for this probably. The Akabono. I don't know if we've seen that one yet. And the Shiranui. Welp. This could be the final voyage of the USS Harder. Okay. So a 1 plus 3 ASW makes 4. Over a column makes 5. Minus 3 makes 2. We can hit on a 5 or less. 6 or less, because we're aggressive. Oh, so actually this is a minus 4. Hold on, let's redo this. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 for going over a column is 5. Minus 4 is 1. So the 2 hit is a 6. We hit on a 7 or less. 1-4 should do it. 4 on 1,000 tons or 2,000 tons is sunk. So the harder. It's a 2,000 ton merchant. From Cup C. One ship, 2,000 tons. And now this dreaded counterattack. So they are at 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Minus 4 for our defense is on the 3 to 4 row. We're aggressive and we're damaged, so they're going to get a plus 2. Oh, good. 3 is nothing. And that's going to be adios, amigos. Endurance check, A rating, damaged and aggressive. Need a 4 or less. Got it. Looks like he's going to take his chances again next week. All right, let's let's just slide next door here to the Coral Islands, get that one taken care of. Who was that? S31. 9 and 5 is going to be high density, large convoy. 3321. Okay, zigged away there, and zigged away there. So the S31 has no radar, only a 2 tactical rating, 3 attack. I'm thinking we just stay here in column A and go standard attack posture. See what these two are. Okay, that's good for them. That's not good though. That is. Alright, so they're a 1 minus 3 is a -2. So we'll actually hit them on a 5 or less. Got it. S31 gets a 1,000-ton gunboat. Going to take us up to 390 for ships and 1,697,000 tons. Just about to roll over to 1,700. All right, we got no counterattack. I'm thinking either one of those could be a diligent escort. I think we switch to cautious. Just flip this one over in our column here. All right, that's fine. It's the Michishio. Michishio. Let's see if we were right. Oh, no, we would have been okay. All right. I guess I shouldn't have done that because I would probably target one of those. So we'll just say we didn't see what was there. We'll just throw that on that one. I don't remember which was which anyway. +2, +1. Well, we're going to go with the... maybe. I don't even know if we got a shot here now. Yeah, I don't think we can target any of these. Even with that being a 0. With that 2 ASW in there. He's a 1, +2, +1. He's a 4, so we can't target that one. And he's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't target that one. So we got no shot, but they get to counterattack. 2 + 1 + 3 makes 6. We have 2 defense, so they're on the 3 to 4 row with a +1 for the reattack round. 3 is going to be nothing. And our endurance check will be, actually they had a -1 for us being cautious too, so either way, that was nothing. D rating, we're going to need a 3 or less. Got it. All right, we've got the these two here in the Bonins. That's 47 and the Tullaby. Guess we'll send them up into Empire Pacific. Definitely the Tullaby. So they're gonna do a transit event check. Only a 9 will trigger it. Search and contact. 9-4 is gonna be high density small convoy. 322. All right, Tullaby does have radar. We're gonna go right here in column B, I think. We're gonna go standard attack posture for starters. Kind of want to see what's over there in column C. Yeah, let's take a look. Cruiser and a light cruiser. Okay. And how about these two? Destroyer will unflip. Oh, good. Always worried it's going to be a diligent. Excuse me. Let's go with the bottom one. 2 gunboats and a couple cruisers. So our full-size cruiser is the Aoba. And our light cruiser is the Sendai. Okay, let's see if we can make something happen here. Okay, 0 plus 3, yuck. -1 and -1. So I guess we might as well go for the full-size cruiser. It's going to be, they do have 1/2 ASW working for them, so that's going to make them a 5, 6 for being over a column. -1 from the TDC means they're a 5. So that's going to be a 2 or less for them. Excuse me. We went over after this gunboat over here. He's just 1, plus 1 is 2, plus another for going over is 3. So that would be a 4 or less for that one. So I'm thinking for the re-attack, I'm probably going to slide over this way. So that we just have to reveal that 1 destroyer there. And so I'll have another crack at these guys over here. I won't have another shot at that one. So I think we'll just go for the easier shots this time. So 4 or less. And we got it, but we only damaged it. All right, so for counterattack, they've got 1/2 rounds up to 1. Neither of those are aircraft capable. So where are we at here? We're in the east. No, we're not. We're in Empire Pacific. So 1 red box makes 2. Another 3 for the war period makes 5. 4 defense puts them on the 1 to 2 row. No modifiers. 7. Yeah. Might have spotted us. Nope, just missed it. All right. Well, like I said, think the best course of action, even though we have that damaged ship over there in column A, is going to be to slide over here. I'm going to switch to aggressive. And then we just have to reveal this one destroyer here. It's the Hamikaze 7-2. That's column B. All right. Quite a bit tougher now. Oh, we got to put these all back. So you've got a total of 3 ASW once you round it up. Want them to stick together. All right, 0 minus 2. Okay, that's good. Minus 1, I like that. All right, so looks like this guy is going to be our prime choice. So he's 4, 5, 6, 7. Then that TDC is a minus 3, so that takes him down to a 4. Which means the 2 hit is a 3. Will actually hit on a 4 or less. This gunboat here would be 1 plus 3 is 4, plus another for going over a column is 5. Minus 4 for the TDC makes him a 1. So a 2 hit of 6. Hit on a 7 or less. I don't think this one's not high enough. I don't think that I'd want to do a split shot. Unless we just, if we only sent 1 over here, then that would make the 2 hit a 0. We could hit it on a 1 or less. Then we're knocking this down to a 3 or less to hit that one. So I think we'll just go for the cruiser there. Either 4 or less. Hopefully a bigger attack results roll this time. Hey, there we go. 4 and a 6. Definitely should be enough. 9,000 tons. Oh yeah. Definitely should be. How's that for ambiguity? All right, so we got the Colby. Sinks the CA. What was it again? Aoba. 9,000 tons. So off to the pile of shame with them. And one more ship. 9,000 more tons. So we'll back this off 1, roll this over, which bumps this up. So we're at 300 and wait a minute, something's not right. 301? We should be 401, right? If that came back down to 0, to check on that. And 1,700,000 and wait a minute. Oh, I moved the wrong one. That's why. It's like, wait a minute. All right, that looks better. 391 ships, 1,700,006. Or sorry, 1,706,000 tons. There we go. So another counterattack. This time we've got 3 plus 1 plus 3 makes 7. 4 defense. They'll be on the 3 to 4 row. Plus 2 this time. 5 on the 3 to 4 should be fine. Just. Okay, and then our endurance check. A rating, went aggressive, need a 5 or less. Got it. Alrighty. And then I guess we go ahead and send the S47 up there. So they'll do a transit event check, only a 9. And then search and contact. 2-2. Just made it in there. Sparse small convoy. So 2 and 1. All right, 1 no solution here. Too close. S47 does have radar. Pretty sure all the 40 ones do, the S3s. So it's not gonna make a difference here though, unless we went cautious, but I don't think we want to do that. We're just gonna let's set up here and go aggressive. Reason I want to set up there is just in case this is a diligent escort. If we're aggressive and they're in the same column, they're going to get a +2. At least this way they'll only get a +1. All right, so let's see what we got. A destroyer and a merchant. Okay, so we should have gone over there. All right. Hopefully this is a small one. It is. Nice. The Namikaze. Let's get us a nice -3 here on that merchant. +2, -1. Okay. Not the best, but could have been worse. So that becomes a -2 with our aggressive posture. So that cancels out his defense. All he's got going for him is the 1 ASW from the destroyer and being over a column, which makes him a 2. We're at a 3. So the 2 hit number is a 1, which means we need a 2 or less. And did not get it. Counterattack will be 1 + 1 + 3 makes 5. 2 defense. 3 to 4 row +1 for being aggressive. Oops. Ooh, 7. Don't like that. 7 on the 3 to 4 row is spotted. I think we'll still try to take another crack at that. I'm just debating if we want to stay aggressive or if we want to switch back to standard, but I think we'll stay with aggressive. With only 3 attack, we kind of need all the help we can get. So that means they're going to get a +3 for the counterattack then, since we're spotted now. Alright, be a good one. Good one there. Oh, come on, really? Wow, that's probably not even going to be a shot. That becomes a +1, so he's 3, 4, 5, yep. Or just, no. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus that is 4. So he's a 4. Can't even hit him. Wow, that was disappointing. So counterattack this time. Still on the 3 to 4 rope, but with a +3 this time. Oh, that's gonna hurt. 3 to 4, 10 is damaged RTB. And if the second roll is between a 7 and a 9, we are sunk. Fortunately, it's a 2. So damaged an RTB. And spotted for the S47. Alright, just got a few more left here on patrol. We'll do the grayling next. We're going to send them up into the South China Sea. So they'll do a, let's see, do they have radar? Grayling? They do not. So they'll have a +1 for leaving shallow. So we don't want to see an 8 or a 9. Ooh, that was close. Alright, search and contact. 8-7. It's going to be moderate density, large convoy. 2311. Okay, this one is evading. I'm thinking we go column B. We know neither of those are diligence, and I don't think that one is either. I think the third red ball diligent is in column D, so this should be relatively safe. But we'll go standard for starters. Again, we do not have radar, so no unflips available. All right, light cruiser. There's a destroyer. Let's see what this is. A little baby merchant. And, excuse me, let's try the top. Another baby merchant. Okay, our destroyer. We can get a lucky shot and take him out. That'd be nice. It is the Akabono. And our, what was that? Light cruiser. It's the Nagara. All right. Yeah, nice -3 on that destroyer would be perfect. Get him out of the picture. All right, -3 there, 0, -1, -2. All right, and let's see what it would be. Probably just going to go after that. Those merchants, though, looks like they'd be equal since this one has more defense, but lower TDC. So if we did go after this one, we can ignore his ASW for this attack, since we're targeting him and it's the first round. So he's 6, -1 is 5, and we are a 6. So it would be a 1 or less. So probably not going to try that. If it was a 3 or less, it'd be worth considering. So over here, we're looking at 2, Plus 1 for the ASW is 3. 1 for being over a column is 4. Minus 3 makes them a 1. So 5 or less to hit there. I think we'll do that. Might as well go after the one with higher defense in case we don't get as good a TDC next time. So 5 or less for the merchant. And again, we hit, but only damaged it. All right, so for the counterattack, they've got 1. There's 1 red box, and 3 for the war period makes 5. We have 3 defense, which you can't see. So that'll be the 1 to 2 row, and no modifier. Ooh, I thought that was going to tip to the 7. Would have still been all right, but 3's better. Okay. I think we stay here. We switch to aggressive. And see what's lurking under here. A gunboat. All right. At least that gives us 4 legitimate targets then. Don't have to bother targeting the destroyer now. And probably a pretty decent chance at a split shot here, depending on how these TDCs fall. Minus 3, minus 2. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a split shot here. Minus 2 and 0. All right. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we went after the cruiser. There are 4 plus 1 is 5. Minus 4 from the TDC. Makes them a 1. So that's a 5 or less to hit that. Well, 5 for the 2 hit numbers, 6 or less to hit them. And then over here we've got this damaged guy who loses 1 from his defense for being damaged. So 1 plus 1 from the ASW plus 1 for being over a column. And then minus 4 from the TDC makes him a negative 1. So that's a 7 for the 2 hit number. And then this one's going to be 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Again, minus 4. So same thing, 7 to hit on him as well. I don't have enough dice to show it, but either one of those would be a 7 to hit, which means hit on an 8 or less. So I'm thinking we split between the cruiser and this one. I mean, we could even do target all 3 if we wanted to. We could do like 4 at this one and 1 at each of these. Yeah, why don't we do that? So we'll send 4 here, which is 2 fewer, which will knock this down to a 3. And we'll send 1 each here, which is 5 fewer, which will knock it down to a 2. So we've got 1 shot at a 4 or less, 2 shots at a 3 or less. Let's see if we can make something happen here. So let's try the cruiser first. So 4 or less. All right, and a 3. Is that gonna be enough? Maybe should have targeted one of the other ones first. It is not. It only damages them. Darn. All right, let's go after the damaged one here. So a 3 or less for that. Oh yeah, he's gone. He's definitely gone. That's a 1,000 ton merchant for the grayling. Let's record that. 1,000 tons, one more ship. And then that's these two done. One more shot at a 3 or less. And we got that one too. Yep, if we had just done them in a different order, we'd have had all 3. So a gunboat, 1,000 tons. That puts us at 393 ships and 1,708,000 tons. So now the counterattack. Again, it's 1 + 1 + 3 makes 5. -3 is the 1 to 2 row. +2 modifier this time. Ooh, that's bad. That's really bad. 11 on the 1 to 2 is damaged RTB. And the second die, fortunately, is a 0, so we're not sunk. So RTB and damaged. And then we need to roll to see how long that light cruiser is going to be in for repairs. Excuse me. So they're a 5,000 ton. It's going to be the second row here. Let's see what we roll. A 1. So 2 months. So they will be in repairs for October and November and return in December. Then we go here. And that just leaves our 2 here in the Bismarck Sea, which I believe will send them over here to the South Philippine Sea. So starting with the Cisco. Transit event check. Safe. Search and contact. 88. Moderate density task force. Which is actually bigger than a high density task force for some reason. 2, 2, 3, and 4. All right, 1 no solution zigged away. The Cisco, being Blau class, has radar. All of those coming in will. Let's just go straight for the throat here. Column D. We'll start in standard attack posture. Let's have a look and see what this one is first. Okay. And then here. Nice. We'll just come right down the line. Cruiser. And a battleship, the Yamato. Not sure we can find him in the South Philippine Sea. Let's take a look. East China Sea, South China Sea, North Philippine Sea, Marianas, or the Carolines. So nope. Cannot find them, and they just get replaced and not or removed and not replaced. We don't reveal another in its place either. Okay, so just these three that we got to look at. Nope, we got to replace a couple of them though. Auxiliary. The Katsuragi Maru. And full-size cruiser. I'm down to only 5 of those left that aren't either sunk or damaged. It's the Mogami, aircraft capable, 13,000 tons. All right, now we can get our TDC markers. I think we'll just go for the 3 in our column and then that merchant over there in C. All right, -3. Like to see that on one of these big boys. Such is not to be, apparently. Yeah, so that makes this one a 5 and this one a 6. So we'd be looking at a 2 to hit there and a 1 to hit there. So let's just see if we can get this guy and then hope for something better in the reattack. So we're looking at 1 plus 1 for being over a column. It's 2. -3 is -1. So hit on an 8 or less. Yeah, we'll just do that. 4-9, that'll do it. Cisco gets a 2,000 ton merchant. So 2,000 tons is going to put us up to here. One more ship. And there's no, oh, there is a counterattack, right? Because that guy's aircraft capable. So that's going to be half rounded up is 1. Where are we at? South Philippine Sea has 1 red box and then 3 for the war period. So 5, we're 5. So they'll be on the 0 row. Don't see that very often. No modifiers. 8. I think we're still safe. Yeah. Got to be 9 or more to do something to us there. All right. Let's stay where we are. Kind of leery about switching to aggressive just because that might be a diligent escort there, but you know what? Let's take a chance. Let's go aggressive. Oh, or that could be. Yikes. It's the Hatsukaze, so he's a 5. We get to attempt a crash dive. Need a 0. And then his attack is going to get a +1 because we're aggressive and he's in an adjacent column. 2, that's going to be nothing. Oops. At least, I don't know. This one, because he's in a different column, so this could also be a diligent escort. Yikes. Let's see. Oh, good. Light cruiser this time. This one popped out, so we'll use it. The Notori. So it's got a little more difficult here. We got to put one on the destroyer, even though I'm pretty sure it's mathematically impossible to get a hit on that. That top one's going to be our best bet with only 3 defense. All depends on the TDC. Oh, look, we get a -3 over there. Nope. 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 Well, that couldn't have been much worse. Well, let's just see if there is a chance at all here. I'm pretty sure there's not, though. He's 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 1 for being over column is 13, minus 4 makes him a 9. No shot there. So 5 plus 3 is 8. That's a 0. No shot there. 5 plus 3 is an 8. That's a -1. So we can hit this on a 0. And then 4 plus 5 is 9. Wait, why did I say plus 3? 5 plus 5 is 10. -1 is a 9, so no shot there either. 4 plus 5 is a 9. 0. No shot there. That was terrible. Terrible, terrible. Right? 3, 5, 8. 5 and 5 is 10. -1 is 9. 4 and 5 is 9. Plus 0. Yep, nothing. Not a one of them. And then they get to counterattack at, what are they at now? 5.5, so 6. Plus 1 makes 7, plus 3 makes 10. So now they're on the 5 to 6 row, and they get a plus 2. How the tables have turned. Well, at least they rolled a 0. Nothing. Well, let's get out of here for sure. So A, win aggressive, need a 5 or less. Nope. All right, and then we're gonna move in the bonefish. So their transit event check is a 9, so we have to roll again. 1, 5 is gonna be nothing. And then search and contact, 5 and 7. Looking at a sparse large convoy. 1, 2, 1, 1. All right, bonefish does have radar. We're going to set up here in B and go standard attack posture. So no help from the radar here, unfortunately, unless we went cautious. Do we want to go cautious? Nah, let's go standard. Aircraft. Light cruiser. Destroyer. Merchant. Quite the mixed bag there. Can't get away from the aircraft even if we slide over. So we're stuck with whatever this comes out to be, Ukazi. So we're stuck with 2.5 ASW no matter where we go. And we need a light cruiser. And it's the Notori again, just hanging around there in the South Philippine Sea. Alright, we just get 3 TDCs since we can't fire a torpedo at an airplane. Alright, +1, don't like it, -1, +3, come on. So that 2.5 rounds up to 3. So this is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't shoot at that. If we targeted this, we can ignore his ASW, but he's still got 6 + 2 is 8. -1 is 7. So we could hit that on a 0. This one's going to be a 1 + 3 is 4 + 1 for being over is 5. So we hit that on a 0. So I guess we might as well go after the destroyer. What was it again? 6 + 2 is 8. Yeah, a 0 to hit that or a 0 to hit that. So might as well. Nope. So then they've got 3 coming back at us. +1 + 3 makes 7. 4 defense. So 3 to 4 row with no modifier. 6 is spotted. Wow. We'll stay in this row, or this column, I mean. This could just end up making things worse. Do we stay standard? Do we switch to aggressive? Do we go cautious? You know what? It's the last patrol of the week. Let's go aggressive. Come on. You're getting the good TDC on the destroyers. All right. Well, we should have something decent here. Maybe something possible there. So again, there are 3 ASWs. So he's going to be 1 + 3 is 4 + 1 for going over column is 5. -4 for the TDC. Makes him a 1. So 2 hit of 6, hit on a 7 or less. Here we've got 4 + 3 is 7. That's a -2 TDC, brings it down to a 5. So a 2 hit of 2. So we could split it. If we just sent 1 over this way, that would bring it down to a 2 hit of 0, hit on a 1 or less. It would knock this down to a 1, hit on a 2 or less. I don't like that. You know what? Let's just try to get another ship in. So 7 or less to hit the merchant. Huh, we didn't even get it. All right. Counterattack should be the same. What was that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus 4. 3 to 4 row. This time they get a +3. Ooh, I think we're dead. 3 to 4 row, 12. Sunk. That's another Gato. That's 4 Gatos we lost this week. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely our worst week yet. 4 subs sunk. We only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ship. I mean, we've gotten less ships in previous weeks, but not recently. And yeah, the tonnage is not going to be that great either. I think that's the first time we've lost 4 subs in 1 week. They go over to the sunk pile. And we're up to 42 subs lost now. So let's get our outbound transit stuff done here. I think these 3 in the Marshall Islands, we're going to send all 3 of them into. We're going to send all 3. How many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll be fine because it'll only put it to 8. Because that way some of them can get up into the Yellow Sea next turn and or Sea of Japan. Let's see what we're going to have for them. They're Tenosa, Cabiria, and the Zero. Pretty sure all of those have radar. Yeah. So we don't have to worry about the shallow waters there. We will have +1 from congregating risk though, and -1 for being on transit side. So it's just going to be a straight roll for each. So as long as they don't roll a 9, they'll be good. So we got the Tenosa first. And he rolls a 9. 1, 9. I think that's going to be spotted probably. Yep. They got spotted moving in there. Oops. And we'll move in the Cabiria. So anything but a 9. Seriously? 7, 5. That's probably going to be something too. 7, 5. They're spotted. And then the Zero. Anything but a 9. There we go. Put them under those two because we're going to need to check there. See if we can remove those spotted markers here in a minute. Whoa. Got a lopsided stack here. Something way down here is lopsided. There it is. Okay. Then we've got just one coming out of our sub-tenders. The billfish is leaving the Sperry. We're going to send them up into the Sea of Japan. So up through here. So So they'll have +2. Well, they're going to have congregating risk for leaving this area because it has 4 subs in it. So +1 for that, +2 for entering the Sea of Japan, -1 for being on transit side. This is going to be a +2. So they want to be 5 or less. A 9. 8, 8 is going to be terrible. 8, 8 is spotted, engaged, and damaged. Return to base. That didn't work out. We get the trifecta of status markers. All right, we've got those 4 coming out of the Dutch harbor. We'll send 3 of them this way. Just do those 3 into the Coral Islands, so they'll have no transit event check. So they're not going to introduce any congregating risk there. And then we'll just have the S-33 stopping the Aleutians for now, and they can slide over to the Coral Islands next turn. So I guess they're going to have congregating risk then, but at least this way, these 4 can search without congregating risk, and it'll only affect the last one moving in. All right. Next, we've got a bunch coming out of Fremantle. So let's bring them down here. But nobody coming out of Pearl Harbor. It's unusual. So let's see what we got here. We got a Balau, P3, a new S2, another new S2, and a Gato. 5 of them total. So let's send... I think we'll send 4 of them into South China Sea 2. We do 4 best. So as long as these all have radar, they won't have to do transit checks. The puffer, the bowfin. Bowfin definitely does. He's a Balau. Spearfish and the Sowery. I think they all do. Puffer does have radar. The Sowery has radar. Who else was it? The Spearfish. They also have radar. So all 4 of them have radar. So no transit event checks for them. Flip them to patrol side there. And then we'll send the permit up this way to the South Philippine Sea. The permit also has radar, so they won't need to worry about any transit event checks either. Put them underneath there. And it looks like that's it. So operations segment complete. Conclude turn phase. There's no weather to deal with. So spotted marker removal. Get rid of the ultra area and the special mission zone markers as well. There. All right, let's see. These all just came out, so there's none there. We got several up here though. That top one there. 6 or less. I can get rid of it. Nope. was the Cabria. Next one. Yes. The Tenosa. All right, what else we got in here? That's damaged. They're spotted. And they're still spotted. Damaged. Nothing. All right, so let's move this one up top since they're returning to base. All right, next door here we've got one. And they keep theirs. Any more hiding under here? Nope. Okay, Sea of Japan, there's one there on top. They lose theirs. That was the one that just tried to get in there, the billfish. And that's a damage, and that's a damage. We did Empire Pacific already. There's none in the Coral Islands. I think these are all just damaged RTB. These are all the ones that couldn't get into the Sperry this turn. And down here, damaged. There's a spotted one. And they're still spotted. So put that one on top, that way they'll stack better. And any of these spotted? Yes. They lose theirs. All right, I have a bunch of subs coming into Pearl Harbor next turn. Of course, I guess depending on the situation here at the Fulton, some of these could divert up into there if there's room. All right, that's spotted markers. So then we advance the date markers. I can not knock everything over here. So moving into week 4 of September 43. Our current situation stat-wise is 394 ships sunk, 1,710,000 tons, and 42 subs lost. No Wolfpack experience yet, but the week after next, once we move into October, we'll be able to start forming wolf packs. So that'll be another new element we can introduce and see how it works. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.